Go. Hello and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. I'm Marianne and you can find me at mama underscore hooch. So we're going to do our show. I don't know. Did we do it last week? We didn't do it last week, did
No,
we? Okay. Okay. So we're going to try to cover the
I did.
storylines that were going on the last couple weeks, I guess. And we have Jen with us. Hi,
Hey,
Jen.
I'm at REXJDK at Twitter.
And we have the mysterious Anna with us.
Hello there. You can find me. Well, I can't tell you where you can find me because I'm in the Witless Protection Program from the Salem PD. But you can find me online at Kazi Hooch on X and on Instagram. And and I did make some notes for the prior week. I actually just caught up today on the 15th through the 22nd, and then I tried to scramble to see some of it from this week, but I
Okay.
I didn't get very far. I kind of know a little bit about what happened, but
Okay. So, and Diva Carey can't make it. So you can find her at Diva of Dole, and she's on Facebook, Twitter, X, everywhere else. I don't know. You can find all at Bob Hapka, at Amy Hapka, also at Teo Panglis, at Lauren Coslow, and at Kill Trip USA. So you can check all those out. To everybody, well, let's see. There's so much to cover here, but thank goodness we're done with the trial.
Thank God.
It's done. We
yeah.
will start with that storyline. Um, it's done, and the verdict was just about ready to be had or read by Leo, and Kristen comes storming in. But let's go a little bit backwards. And what did you think? They're being sequestered, I guess. Leo and one Jory Foreman was a little. He was
Adam.
a little crazy guy, and
Yeah,
I thought, oh, it started out to like, was this going to be a 12 Angry Men scenario? I don't know if anybody's ever seen that movie. 12
I've
Angry
heard
Men.
of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of it too. Yeah.
yeah, it's where like, oh, we're going way back in time where like this is like a young. I don't know if it was it. I'm not even sure who was in it, but I think it was
It's
Henry
black
Fonda.
and white, wasn't it?
Yeah, black and white, and I think it was a lot of big old time actors, and everyone was like saying he's guilty, guilty, and so it was 12 against 11 against one, and so what happened was it was the one guy bringing the rest of the other 11 over to over to
This
a not
side.
guilty, yeah, over to his side by making them see. But anyway, so they
Did
were
Leo ever divulge what the since they did him?
yes, yeah,
Yes.
What did
it
he?
was going to
Okay,
be not guilty.
it was going to be not guilty. Okay,
Yes, yeah, yeah, because it looked
good.
like they were saying guilt, not
They kind of
guilty. The
went
next
back and forth. It was
right,
11. It was 11 not guilty, and then Adam, Leo's
yes,
roommate, was the one holdout, and then he swayed about half of them
about
to come
half,
his
yeah,
direction, and then they
no,
didn't show anything after that in terms of the
right.
count. So you're left wondering. They did a good job making you wonder, like, okay, what really happened? And so I was like, they better tell us later.
Yeah, it took him
But
about a day after, or
okay,
an episode or so
Yeah.
after Kristen came in confessing what happened, and
Chris.
of course that happened because um, Rachel EJ remembered because Rachel dropped a little thing that she was,
Paperweight.
yeah, a little brat was
Glass,
playing with
glass
it, and
container.
Marlena says, "Put that down! Don't play with that." Of course, she had to drop it and break it,
Hmm.
Yeah.
And when
and
she
it
did
made,
that,
yeah,
EJ
yes,
suddenly remembered because what Marlena said something, or she said
like a
something about
gunshot.
put that down, and that triggered his memory. And then when
Yes, because he
she
told
dropped
Rachel.
it,
Yes.
Right,
because he had asked Rachel to put it down, meaning the gun,
right.
when he finally remembered what happened. And he swears it was an accident that she picked up the gun and was, basically saying, "Where's
It
my
went off.
grandma? I'm not gonna put it down
Right.
until you tell me where my grandma is." And then it startled her when it went off. So, he's viewing it as she didn't intend to shoot him, actually shoot him.
Right. And that's probably how it is. So why don't we just go to the police and go to
That
the
would
DA
be too simple.
and And oh, but we're going to scar Rachel. She's already scarred. She has Kristen as a mother. Okay. And
That's
she
exactly
has
what I was
EJ,
thinking.
and she's into the Bear family, and she's has her screwed up father, so whatever.
And her grandmother, who's been possessed by the devil.
The kid
Yeah.
is already a mess.
And
But
that's her safe place to fall.
so, which makes no sense at all. And then Kristen, by admitting that she did it, is going to go to jail, which traumatizes Rachel even more.
I know Marlena was just about to beat the crap out of her, I think, for how dumb she was in doing this whole thing. But EJ was putting pressure on
story.
Kristen. She was feeling the pressure because he's like, he didn't have any faith that the jury was going to come back with not guilty. And
Right.
so, like
He was
she
gonna
said, I
turn-
actually agreed with Kristen for a change because she said, why don't we just wait until we get the verdict? 'Cause he says, well, a good point. He said, well, that means Johnny rots in jail until the appeal
for
process.
a couple of days, maybe.
Yeah.
No, it
Really?
could have been it could have been months or years for an appeal. I mean, if they waited till he actually was found guilty and sent, he would be immediately sent to prison, and they would
even
have
if
to
Kristen
appeal.
confesses, even if Kristen
I
confesses,
would think that there would have to be an appeal on the grounds of somebody else. I don't know, but we don't know. It's just like medical stuff. None of it's like accurate to real life.
But okay, then he was threatening to say that it was Rachel.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and say that it was Rachel, and I believe my niece it was an accident.
Right.
They're not going to do anything. She's a kid.
Yeah, it was, but then again, would it be believable because I get it in terms of, suddenly the father's trying to help the son, and so he comes up with this, I suddenly remembered that it was Rachel, and
maybe Rachel still doesn't remember.
And Rachel has no memory of it at all right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
if
it's for real life, I can kind of see it both ways. I can see the dad being really stressed and anxious, like my kid could be sent to prison for years. And then, on the other hand, he didn't want to throw Rachel under the bus, but I think he was also thinking she's a child. I can testify that it was an accident. But anyway, that and they're like you said, they're all worried about her fragile.
Right, that's what Kristen. Yeah, and so was Marlena. That if they made her remember, or she got, she's still not remembering. I guess that's what they're trying to protect.
Yeah.
So, but and then Kristen goes to jail in her nice long red gown. They didn't. When did that become a jail outfit? I know. I'm just picking apart on this.
Opportunity to change. It's like they just arrested her.
Brady just walks right in there.
Yeah, and then Brady comes, and he's pissed off at her. But why doesn't Kristen tell Brady what she did?
Right.
That's his daughter.
It makes her look out. And plus for whatever reason, they seem like they're trying to make her into a saint or rehab her character.
She's going to come. Yes, they're trying to redeem her now.
After all the
they're going to get her back with Brady.
Pulled over the years, she should still be in prison for the last crime she committed.
I see it coming now. When Brady does be in horrible hand, when he does what
she's gonna feel so bad.
Yep. I see in that, is that their way to get them two back together as well?
Oh, please no.
I know.
No,
I don't know. But then even Marlena wouldn't tell Brady. Like, come on, Marlena. He has a right to know. It's his daughter.
You think she would take him aside?
Right.
Where couldn't hear and tell him.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And he's going to really be upset with Marlena for not telling him. I can see that. But that takes us into Marlena and her own problems. Marlena's having her own psychic or mental problems. It's either that or, who was it? Thought it was maybe, Sarah wanted to test Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Or
some kind of tick.
Yeah, because they couldn't find anything else.
Did anyone else find it incredibly abrupt that she just walks out of her office with a box of her belongings, runs into Kayla, the chief of freaking staff, and says, "Oh yeah, by the way."
Yep.
I've already sent
Okay.
the paperwork in to her. I mean, you would think that'd be something she would inform
Yeah.
Kayla, not
I'm
only a
taking,
friend, but also the fact that she's the head of the whole thing, that she
I'm
would,
taking a leave it.
kind of let her know. But anyway, so she says she's taking an extended leave. She didn't even tell Kat. Kat had to find out that she needed to get a new job right away. Not that
Yeah.
I care, but like just like I don't know, it was just it wasn't like it was oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Kind of the right.
a medical emergency or anything, but she just like bam, it's done. And then I thought it's like I kind of had to laugh because I'm like, okay, she just took a leave of absence so she could have time to breathe. And here she is dealing with her granddaughter who just
Daughter. Aggressive.
yeah,
Yeah.
granddaughter who just found out that, she shot EJ and this and that and all these dynamics. I thought she's gonna be full-time working for free now.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So we have that with Marlena. And so we have Susan that comes and first she comes to see Johnny and Chanel, and she's real happy that Johnny's out, but tells him that she gets his vibe that she doesn't really get the vibe that Kristen is guilty.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear it. Like they get mad at her. So she goes to Marlena, and Marlena gets mad at her because she's
Yep.
saying, I know I made you upset, but it's getting worse. The vibe is worse. So she more or less slammed the door in her face.
Yep.
Marlena, yeah, she kind of like kicked her out and like, get out of here, Susan. So, well, she's worried about the dreams and the whole Stefano, Queen of the Night
Yep.
dream. Yeah, so I hope she's not going to be possessed again. I don't know.
God, no,
It's all
please.
going. Yeah, I don't know where it's all going. So, but so we have that going on. And Anna had mentioned Kat. Kat has to find a new job. Boo hoo. So, so she's first she
She
was going
could
to go to the
leave town.
cafeteria.
Did she not think she could leave town? No, kidding.
Yeah, but
Now,
no,
her
I
whole
hear
family's
like
moving back.
it sounds like Aaron's coming back now because he's going to be with the whole college group. That's another
He's
story.
already back.
Is he already back? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's back, and so she needs to find a job. She was going to work in the cafeteria, but Kayla says, "Well, you're overqualified for that." So she runs into EJ, and he says, "Well, he does have an assistant. He has Rita, but she does the heavy lifting or something.
Yeah.
It's something like that, and which he needs somebody for like filing and all that. So he hires Kat, which she's all happy. So she calls Rafe supposedly and says she got the job, and Chad overhears some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And why doesn't she call him James on the phone? I mean, they're supposed to be undercover, for crying out loud.
yeah, she didn't say Rafe.
She's
Yeah,
like, Rafe, I got great
Yeah.
news.
She did say
Because of
right.
course
She did say Rafe, okay.
Because they're trying to figure out, the ISA is trying to figure out who's funding.
right. She didn't, and of course she's in Salem, and nobody ever overhears anything in Salem.
Right.
When you're
she's like, Rafe, no, you're supposed to be in character, you idiot.
Yeah, let alone in a park. I mean, usually in a private house, they're overhearing stuff, especially in a park. They would.
Yeah, at the front door or whatever.
Yeah. So, so we do find out in the conversation that Chad, our little Charlotte's starting kindergarten. I don't know, that just came up in conversation. Is she? Okay, that's it. And before I lose I was just thinking, did you notice how they're color coordinating with the purples and the pinks?
Yep.
And the mauves and I just noticed this week with that color, and it's a lot of times it's different colors, like different weeks.
Yeah,
I noticed this week, these last couple weeks, it's the purples and the pinks and the reds and that. Yeah, okay, that's just me, but I guess that's what they do. So yeah, okay.
All of a sudden you'll be like, wow, they're all matching, but I like it actually.
Yeah, I do like. Yeah, Johnny had the purple suit on. I thought that really. Looked good in the purple suit, yeah.
That was funny when he gets, basically they declare a mistrial or whatever. It gets dismissed or whatever. And, Paulina's like, let's just go out. I'm going to call Abe. We need to like go celebrate and all this stuff. And Chanel's like, Mama, we're really tired right now. And she goes, oh yeah, you need to celebrate by yourselves. I get it.
Yeah.
last thing they wanted to do was go out on the town with their parents,
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah. And Abe did get a call from Theo, and he's still upset over Claire, but because because I've heard, I think Theo's coming.
Oh.
Oh,
Is it
Character.
the same
But I
actor?
don't know which actor, or if it
Yeah.
might be a whole new one
yeah.
at this point. But yeah, they're kind of
He's
adding
gonna-
to the Damaris a little more.
Because he's going to be quite a bit older than the new, freshly college set.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
he
he's got to
should
be
be.
30.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
should be. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know,
Unless they de-Soras him.
but who knows? They could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have the Xander, Philip, and Gabby. So first of all, Gabby's trying to get the goods because Tony wants some answers because he put her in charge of Demira. So he wants some answers. So she goes to Steve, of course, and Steve's supposed to be investigating. But in the meantime, he figures it out what happens by getting. And so he calls Stephanie because he's figured it out. And the way he figured it out was, I think it was Paul or Andrew, one of them. Paul helped him get the court records, first of all, and he got all the court records, and he got a hold of the letter that supposedly Victor signed. And then they did an analysis of the ink, and a certain kind of ink was made, before? No, wasn't made until after Victor had passed away,
Yeah.
this special kind of ink.
Question.
Which proved that Victor didn't sign the letter. That's how they figured it out. Yeah.
How does being a pro baseball player qualify you for being IFA?
I don't know, because your boyfriend works for the ISA or whatever, and the reason he does is because his dad is the head of it.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. Yeah, know how that works. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I thought. So he calls Stephanie in. So Stephanie begs him not to go, because of Alex and the whole thing. So I'm surprised that Steve went along with it, but it's, as long as it's like the Damaris, he doesn't care whether Damaris get their company back or not.
Yeah.
He's not a fan of them anyway. So that's kind of more or less why he agrees. So he gives Gabby her check back. So he returns her check. And so Gabby figures, well, she's got to do this herself.
Right.
So she gets a pen. It's like an audio pen, plays back on her phone. And she goes in and puts the pen on the desk. But in the meantime, she tries to buddy up to Xander, but that didn't work. Xander's still all weepy for Sarah. Yeah. So then she goes and sleeps with Philip, but we didn't actually see them sleep. I mean, they kind of wake up together from there. Ew. So anyway, so we have that, and Belle walks in on him. So
yeah.
So is anybody liking Belle and Philip?
No.
I actually liked her better with EJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, with EJ, yeah, but I see something there with this Philip. I don't know.
I don't know.
This Philip is, I don't know. This Philip is growing on. I mean, I really
I like him
Phillip.
This time. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the expressions on his face just
he's
rack
so
me up.
He's great.
He makes the things, even serious things, like you have to laugh, Yeah. So him and Belle decide. I mean, she walks in on them.
Well, she keeps doing that. She walked in on Tate and Holly too.
Yeah,
really.
She needs to learn how to knock.
Yeah, I did like EJ and Belle, but I'm thinking that's probably over with. I don't know.
I'm thinking EJ and Gwen.
And Gwen, I was just gonna say this from the last couple of they're getting more chummy.
Yeah,
a little more like chummy than they were when she first moved in. He couldn't was always getting on her, but
I don't know if you guys are gonna agree. He also has chemistry with Kat.
Kat, Kat. I thought Kat and Rafe at first.
Yeah,
put them together, but it could be Kat and EJ because now she's going to be working for him.
Yep.
So there could be some little and technically, Chad too, because we're getting a new actor. Yeah. Maybe there'll be more chemistry with the new actor. than Billy Flynn because
Well,
they're the same.
Billy Flynn actually has a little bit of chemistry with the woman on Young and the Restless.
Does he? Okay. It just
Yeah.
could be sometimes two actors just don't.
Don't click.
No, I liked him with Kate Mansi.
Yeah.
I liked him with Marcy Miller too. I know they were good, but anybody else that they've tried to put like Stephanie? No. So, but anyway, so there we have all these different dynamics going on. So Gabby's trying to get information on those two. So it's going to come out. I see the previews for next week. Tony's back on
Ooh.
one of the days. I think Carrie told me Thursday he's on, but anyway, Gabby's reporting back to him, telling him what she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but she still hasn't found out. So hopefully, if they are talking about it, I don't know. I'll be curious to see what happens with the Demirs and Kyriakis. I mean, a Titan. So.
Yeah, Steve though he needs to be grateful to Tony and Anna.
Yeah. Really. Yeah.
Like they unstefanoed him.
Unstefano. Yeah. Well, now let's wonder if Stefano's still out there. I don't know. Marlena's worried about that. So
yeah.
Wonder what that's. And then Susan has the vibes that Stefano is there. So, but let's see. Oh, and Gabby was begging Javi to come back. He says no. He's like, I want to work for her, and he likes what he's doing. So no.
Yeah.
Speaking of Javi, what about his reference about having a baby girl? Because when Ari was talking to him about this little T or whatever,
Tesoro,
Tesoro, she said something about you would be such a great, you would have been such a great dad or something like that. And he basically said that, he hadn't told Leo yet, but he's apparently a father of a daughter.
What?
You didn't catch that with Ari?
No.
There was a
I missed that.
it was like early on, and maybe like
like there's a secret out.
It was the same time when they were doing all the soup and all that crap that everyone was drinking out of the sink.
Yeah.
But she came in with him with, I think.
Okay.
I think it was it when he asked her if she could babysit or something because he had to fill in or something at the last minute. Maybe it was that scene. I'm not sure, but they were talking. She's like, "Oh, sure, I love little T, and he's so sweet, and you're so good with him and all." And he said something about, I don't know. Somehow she said, "I'm sorry." She stopped herself. She said, "Oh, you're such a good, and somehow she stopped herself because she realized what she was saying could be painful to him, and not because he's gonna supposedly have to give him up because he's just a foster, but because, and she said something about him having a baby girl out there, and she says, "You haven't told Leo anything." He's like, "No, I just can't deal with that right now," or something. So
boy, I
don't know.
That.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what the storyline is with that, but
could be not
now I'm wondering, is he going to have a teenage daughter show up like from 20 years ago? Like, was this something from when he was a teenager before he realized he was gay? Kind of like when Will and Gabby had Ari, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a little interesting tidbit.
Yeah, a little background, because we don't know a whole lot about, Javi, because it came out that he was, an EMT, or he had that problem when he was before. So there's probably more stuff like that that'll come out. And Ari was giving her mom grief about not coming home, just like she gives. Yeah, she was like a reversal of roles, yelling at her mother for staying out all night. Yeah. So, and then more or less telling her mother that she's staying, and she talked to Will and Sonny, and they're okay with it, and Gabby's happy. So, good, we got another teen, or not? Well, they're not teens; they're early 20s. Well, yes, they are teens. They're supposed to be 18, freshmen in college. Yeah, so they're all freshmen in college. Um, so maybe we could talk about them. Where do I have to?
About
Can we
Tate.
leave?
Tate and Holly and Sophia. And oh, did you see? Oh, Sophia, she's gotten her nastiness back.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Question to you, girl. See, so she's all of a sudden now she wants Tate. She didn't want Tate before. She had
I
the
know.
perfect opportunity to have Tate by keeping the baby.
Right.
Why would you not keep that baby? If you wanted Tate, that's the oldest thing trick in the book.
Yeah.
Hoping that, and Tate probably would have gotten closer to Sophia because he really wanted, he's so
Yeah.
upset about not seeing his baby.
Yeah.
Why would you have not kept that baby if you were interested in Tate? You were
And
never
she's
interested in
and
Tate.
she's using the motivation for not telling him as he's gonna hate her and want nothing to do with her. And Sarah was even saying,
Yes, and
no,
when he finds out,
he would actually be grateful, and he would
yes,
be like so touched that you went through the trauma of having your baby by yourself and
I
all
think
of
the
that.
writer switched that somehow.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was like all of a sudden she's after him again, and I mean
Yes.
it's subtly been there, but it hasn't been the the
Oh,
predominant
and,
thing.
and
And
I
I
think
guess
it's going to get dark too. I think
Maybe.
oh yeah,
bad stuff.
yeah, you
Like
can
Jan,
tell.
like a Jan. Remember the Jan?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or
think it's
maybe she wanted him to love her,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
because
I
of the
don't know.
baby.
It just seems like they went in a different direction.
Yeah,
It just
that was kind of
yeah.
bizarre. And now it's all about she gets a job at the pub because he's getting a job at the pub,
Yeah.
and
It's so obvious.
And
And
Holly's not buying it at all. She's
Holly's
calling her
calling.
out.
Even Tate's more or less kind of like,
Yeah. But you know what? They're all brats.
yeah. Holly probably doesn't have to work, but
It's
Holly
funny
should
because
just get a job too.
Sophia was kind of like, yeah, I don't live in a mansion or whatever. But I'm like thinking she's definitely got an upper middle class.
She has up.
You know,
Yes, I think in
yeah.
her page.
So I'm kind of like, well,
And
but
it wasn't her mother that told her she had to work. Holly called her out. Yeah,
right.
because you don't her herself. I don't think she has to work either.
No.
Yeah.
Well, right. And so, yeah, that was clearly as soon as she learned that Tate was applying and, of course, going to get the job.
I don't think Tate has to work either, but he does.
No, but I
Yeah.
mean, he wants to be busy and, all
Yeah,
that, I guess.
It's
So,
his grandfather's.
yeah.
So, but
So,
and now Brady's on to it because of that slip up calling the baby a boy.
I mean,
and remember what Sarah said,
yeah. Jen, was that on your bingo card? It wasn't on mine. Mary Ann, was it on yours? That Brady
What?
actually has a brain cellar?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I was
Brady caught
shocked. I'm
that
like,
really-
wow, Brady caught
and
that.
He's actually literally putting 2 and 2 together and getting 4.
But how
I
we even
know.
got back to the Sarah thing was what, okay, yeah, she slipped up, but yeah, and then remembering back to what Sarah was so surprised, and yeah. And we went to Steve, and now I might have not understood or missed a part of it. They were trying to Steve said he couldn't find anything, but he asked them for a picture of the parents. Well, she just got some random picture of the parents. So how did they find the lawyer that he went to? How did they find out? That's not.
I think what
her lawyer.
happened was Melinda
just got
probably put a
A fake
legitimate
name.
Yeah.
person on the name
Oh,
on
okay.
there, thinking they were
And that's
never
what
going to
came up.
pursue it to that degree.
Okay.
And
But
then
I
Brady shows up at the woman's office and like, oh, so my son, went through an adoption
and
with you.
she looked clueless, right?
She was
Yeah.
like, what's your son's name?
And that's how it ended. But didn't Steve say something about doing an image reversal on the picture? So I guess he hasn't done that yet. So that's another thing. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Will that bring up who that person is or where they got the picture from?
And also, did it like somebody within the conversation at some point in front of Brady, someone said that Cesario or whatever his name is was born about the same time as, maybe it was Tate that said it, I don't know. So somebody said something in front of Brady to the effect that their babies were about the same age. Oh, maybe when Tate was saying, he was just at the beginning, like a couple weeks ago, he was saying to his dad, you know what? I realize how traumatized and how hard this is for Sophia. So me pushing to meet my daughter is like really sending her over the top. She's going through a lot more. It's a lot harder because every time she sees a baby, and she said, like, and he
Oh
gave the
yeah, every time
example
he
of how
sees her.
Cesario, comes in, and every time she sees him, or I guess he finally figured out, I don't know, somehow or other. But Brady's starting, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a huge leap when he realizes, he and Steve are like, wait, it's actually a boy and not a girl. And oh, Quinky, she leaves. There's a baby boy found at the fire department
Apartments.
within the same
Yeah.
48 hours
Yeah.
as when they thought their baby girl was born. Yeah, it's not gonna. If this takes too much longer, it's not gonna. It's all of them should be fired
Yep.
if they can't figure this one out. But it
Yeah.
looks like Brady's actually the brain trust behind it all, and I've
Yeah.
been blown
Go
away. I'm
figure.
just truly blown away.
But
Maybe Kristen sucks his brain out when he's near her.
Yeah, something. I don't know. He's been like that with everybody, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
his luck with women are so bad. So I don't know. Now they're trying trying him with Sarah now, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Not
But
too bad.
Sarah and Xander still, I mean, they just can't, that we had their interaction and they can't admit it to each other.
Yeah.
They each admitted it to Alex, who
Yeah.
told each
No.
one of them the same thing that they said, but when they see each
Yeah.
other, they can't admit it.
And
Yeah.
Sarah and Brady have definite
Like,
friend, stepbrother, stepsister
Yeah.
energy. I mean,
yeah,
not that they wouldn't have chemistry, but they definitely so far have like friend chemistry.
Yeah.
More
yeah.
than I mean, I enjoy them together, but like more as friends, I think, right now. So
But
anyway.
I have to admit, I'm enjoying Gwen. She is
I love
she
Gwen.
is so good. Just they're giving her, like Leo, they're giving her some really good lines.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And
I
then
miss that friendship.
yeah. I think that's going to be on the men. They're kind of slowly each time they meet up.
Yeah.
Leo's trying to patch things up. He
It's
keeps
like she calls him Mate, but then when he calls her Gwenny,
Gwenny.
she's like,
Gwen,
and none of this Gwenny business, like I'm
Gwendolyn.
like, wait, but you call her
Yeah.
Maddie.
Gwendolyn and Gwenny, yeah. But yeah, she's good on there. So I don't know who they're gonna. I can see with EJ. I can see that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't think the Xander. I don't know. She tried getting chummy with.
Xander back.
He didn't want nothing to
Yeah,
do with her.
that's
So.
not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I thought, oh, maybe Gabby and Xander. That could be interesting, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But did you get the idea that Gabby might be interested in Philip? Truthfully, I mean,
Yep.
interested in Philip, not just to set him up. Like, I don't know. Maybe that could be a couple. I don't know. Don't see it, but I don't know.
They were on One Life to Live together.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah. Gabby
Well,
played nut on that. Whew.
No, maybe they'll go back to that. I don't know. And Bill, I guess Sean hasn't been around, has he? He hasn't.
Yeah, he locked Kristen.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he locked Kristen in the cell and took off.
That's right. Yeah. And Jada, she's not been on a lot either. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Jada hasn't been on. Kate hasn't been on. Was Kate on
No,
this week?
Kate.
No.
No,
She wasn't on
Bowman.
the prior few weeks.
Yeah, Kate wasn't on.
And it kind of irritates me because don't you think she would be in I don't know. I mean, I know Johnny's not her. Like, yeah, he's Sammy's. Yeah, never mind.
What?
I always forget because Lucas is Allie's, but so Kate is sort of indirectly his grandma. But I don't know. You'd think she'd be there, but of course they don't do that. So, but
They're all related.
Anyway,
she would have been funny on the jury.
Yeah, she would. Oh, Leo was funny as a foreman. That
Oh
was
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And with that other guy too.
the
Yeah,
other guy.
they ended up being roommates.
That was kind of offensive though, from a fanboy type perspective. Like
Yeah.
the caricature of the fan was not cool. I thought it was funny, just their
Oh, because
interactions.
he was the writer of the soap. He was all
Yeah,
excited.
but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they wrote him to be such an idiot. That kind of pissed me off a little bit. Like,
yeah.
hey, your fans aren't idiots, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So because
But
we're
there's
naturally
always an idiot guy on on
that's
a
true.
jury, probably.
No, that's true.
I don't know.
Probably
I was
idiot
on a
women
jury
too.
one time. What's that?
Probably idiot women too.
Oh, idiot women. Yeah, I was going to say I was on a jury one time, but it didn't last very long. So I mean, I was picked, but the case didn't go to we didn't go to deliberation. Like we sat there and listened, but it never went. They settled before that, but that would have
Oh,
been interesting.
yeah.
I've never sat on to render a verdict or anything. So I always thought that'd be kind of interesting.
Okay, one little pet peeve that I have. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
it was funny when Leo had his meltdown and acted like he was having a stroke, and then they called 911. I don't. He didn't think Javi was on duty that night, so it wasn't like he called thinking Javi was going to show up for him. But Javi shows it up with them. They were cute and everything, and Javi was like, "No, I can't like do XYZ. I'm on duty, and I'm not
Right.
taking it unless you want to be taken in, by an ambulance and everything." But I wish that Javi had said, and it's illegal and also just very immoral to call 911 for no reason or for a fake reason. I kind of wish he had given him, even if it was
Uh,
kind of
yeah.
in a jovial way, I wish he had kind of put that lesson out there, because
Yeah.
there's people who make false calls and stuff, and watching that, somebody's going to get an idea. But anyway, but not that it's the show's fault, but I kind of wish there'd been a little bit of an object lesson in there somewhere. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
kind of was like, I can't do it. I'm on duty. This is my job. But I mean, he could have said something like, while I'm here trying to help you out of a roommate situation, somebody could be dying right now and I need
Yep.
to go. I kind of wish I had seen that, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Leo's a hoot, but yeah. So let's see. Oh, we have Johnny, who's now going to be a professor at the call at the Salem U. So he'll be interacting with, I guess most of them are his relatives, right?
Oh my
Tate,
gosh.
Yeah.
Tate and Ariana,
Holly.
yeah, are his relatives. So I don't know. Oh, and did you see they changed the number on their apartment? It's not 227 anymore. It's
No.
226. So how did
Oh,
the apartment number change? The same apartment, same house, but it's
interesting.
226.
Huh.
Not 227.
I didn't catch that.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
don't know. So I mean, they kind of stayed on it, it was kind of right there.
Huh.
But I
They did
don't
it
know. I
on
mean, I changed
purpose,
it.
very
I don't know
intentional.
if they,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what that,
Huh.
why are they making, and there has to be, what's the reason Johnny is going to be, that's a new job for Johnny, I guess.
Oh, I hope he doesn't. I
Something
hope we
with the
don't have
college.
something like psychotic Sophia goes after him like
Yeah.
Abigail did with Patrick Muldoon was a professor.
Oh, I didn't
I
Yeah.
hope they don't do that again.
well, Holly had a
Oh,
thing for him at one time, remember?
yeah.
Today,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Oh, geez. I don't know.
hmm
I don't know.
so
What is he going to be teaching filmmaking?
yeah, something with drama or something with film,
Okay. Okay.
the arts or something like that.
What
Yeah.
Yeah.
are any of those kids doing in filmmaking? I'm just kidding. I'm just
That's, I
kidding.
don't know if that's, yeah, it doesn't really say. Yeah, and
Maybe
what
they
are their
won't
majors?
be directly.
What are
Yeah.
they going for anyway? What is
Yeah.
they didn't even say. They're
Because
just going.
at least one of them, I mean,
We
Holly,
know
she should be pre-med because her dad was the miracle worker
maybe.
doctor. But who knows? And Tate, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
don't know.
funny because have you noticed
Are
that
they going to give them
everybody,
careers? Yeah.
have you ever noticed that like whenever
What
one of them
career?
says, oh no, I decided like I'm not going to University of Arizona after all. I'm going to go to Salem University.
Oh, all these big
It's like
universities.
everybody has to say, but you know, it's a good school. Like they're kind of
And
like,
Salem U is such a good school.
yeah,
Really?
it's almost like
A lot of dumb
Salem
people
U
live in
is the
Salem.
consolation prize,
I don't-
but yet everyone's trying to say, oh, you know, like, oh, you gave up a free ride to Harvard. Well, Salem U is a great school. Like,
My dad
no, and none
graduated.
of those kids would be going to Salem U if it were
No.
real life. But you know,
Yeah.
probably anyway.
For the plot, we got to keep them all
Yeah,
together
but I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean,
so they
I
can
guess
all
it's
plot
okay.
against each
Well,
They knew good old Doug wasn't going to be
Yeah.
college material. That's
Oh God, he's
two
gone.
of them have records, so that might stop
Yeah,
them
that's
from getting
Hey,
into
yeah.
the colleges.
good point. Good point.
Yeah.
But
Oh, God.
anyway, no, and I'm not knocking. I mean, I'm not knocking any school, but it's just kind of funny how they're all like, Sarah's like, oh, well, that's a good school too. You're like, but it's just kind of comical to me because like Sophia was like, well, I wanted to go to University of Chicago, but after I screwed
That
up
right.
my life, and you know, like, ugh. Anyway, so
Okay, let's see. What haven't we talked? Oh, Gwen keeps. Well, I told you Theo, and then Gwen. You know, we keep hearing about Dimitri this, Dimitri that, Dimitri this. How much do you want to bet Dimitri shows up somewhere along the line?
No.
Just when Leo and Javi are supposed to get married. I don't know. Just in my thinking that I don't know. I don't know if they would ever bring Megan back. Is Megan alive or is she hiding somewhere? I don't know.
She's
Forget.
alive, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd bring her back. And how about Vivian? Where's she? She's still in jail?
Yeah.
I would like to see her come back. I can see her.
No, she took what's his name somewhere, Jake.
No, not Jake. Stefan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake's the one that's dead. We
Okay.
think. Yeah.
oh,
Stefan.
thinking back on things, looking at my notes, one thing I got kind of a kick out of is that Daniel Lucas, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
stage name or cover
Yeah.
that Stephanie saw right through that, calls her dad over, and she's like,
Oh, she knew. That's
Are
yeah.
you Daniel Lucas? And he's like, she's like, Mom would share things about you. Like, and that was one of your aliases. He goes, oh,
I hated the
I
storyline.
had no idea you and your mom would talk about that, you know?
Oh,
And she's
yeah.
like, why are you digging around my boyfriend's, you know? Anyway, there's this conflicts of interest all over the place between the hospital and the
Yeah, and then
and then the other thing is
they all had
he
breakfast
has-
together.
who does he have over? He has Belle over to Black Patch, or what are they calling it now? I can't remember. Is it Bo and Hope
It's
supposedly?
still
work
Black.
there?
Is it still Black Patch? It's
Right,
still
Patch.
yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I know Bo and Hope are supposedly working there, but you never see them. But so he has Belle come all the way over there in the middle of her trial and all this stuff, sits her down. You know, I love Steve, but he's asking her to like spill the beans on her prior client.
Right.
And
Which
she's
is
like,
illegal.
you know, I can't do that. Just like he's saying, you know, I can't do that about the cases he's working on, you know. So it's just kind of funny. And then then Steve has Kayla look up the files for the baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like, it's like blink once if it's a boy, blink twice if it's a girl.
Yes.
Like there
I'm
was
like,
almost like that. And she's like, I would just say that you have very
digging.
good instincts, you know.
Yeah. Just keep digging. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a boy.
And this is the same hospital, and it makes Jen cringe that she does
Yeah.
medical records. This is the
Yeah.
hospital that leaves like files out in the middle of nowhere, and Sammy Brady's able to hack into the system and change the DNA evidence, and
Yeah.
so you know. Anyway.
My bosses would have my head.
Yes, that's fun. So I bet you it's just like no. Anyway.
Oh, and then we had Steve, Kayla, and Alex and Stephanie having breakfast together, and it was cute. They were talking about Alex and the toga. They were teasing him, and then Steve says, "Oh, Kayla was talking about the book." One Stormy Night. And
Yep.
Steve said, I think I'd like to read that book. And Stephanie goes, oh, no, you wouldn't like it. And Alex goes, oh, I think you should read it. I think
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, I think you
And they
should
still
read
don't
it.
know that Stephanie wrote it, right?
No, they don't. No.
Yeah.
No.
Also, I just finally caught on to the Anastasia Sands,
Yeah.
like sands through the
It's
hourglass.
the
I
hourglass.
just now
Yeah.
caught that. I don't know where
Anastasia.
I've been. But
Yeah.
anyway.
But Kate knows it's her. Kate figured it out.
Right.
Yeah. And Alex. So, and now she's writing a murder mystery.
A murder mystery.
Because she
Yeah.
asked Kayla how to kill somebody without traces, how to poison somebody without
Yeah.
a trace.
Oh my
And Kayla said, should I be worried about this?
So then when her next book comes
think,
out,
is there
so-
going to be a
so-
whodunit, a
Yep.
real one?
well,
that
so
follows
then
along the
So then
book?
her next book comes out. Anastasia Sands' next book comes out, and it talks about like how to murder this person without any trace. And Kayla at some point's not going to go, wait a minute, did I just have a conversation with my daughter?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, she
anyway.
better do another name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, but I bet you there's going to be a murder mystery coming up too,
Oh,
a real
geez.
one. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I'm just speculating. I don't know that. So.
No. Well, I did love a Tony comment. I did love that Tony was also putting two and two together when talking with
Oh
EJ.
yes, talking to
I
EJ.
thought that was really good because he
he was
wasn't
figuring that out.
like EJ was kind of like being very, I don't know.
But with
not
the
getting-
AI, with that tape, he was.
Yeah,
he really
and
what
Yeah.
EJ
he's like,
did.
well, wait a minute, and he starts saying, he goes, and then I remember that time that you and Rita were whispering about a package that was being delivered, and then Belle gets this, recording that, so it was. I liked that that Tony was also getting to do some, putting some two and two together as well. And I mean,
Yeah.
he's smart. He's a
Yeah.
lot smarter than Brady is, but I'm just saying it was kind of fun to watch him kind of get EJ under EJ's skin a
His
little
skin,
bit
yeah.
with that. Yeah.
You ever think they ought to give Rachel to Tony and Anna?
to Rachel.
Might be better off.
Probably did.
Although Brady is really
She gets to
sweet
go on
with
a lot
her.
of cruises and a
Yeah.
lot because that's all they
Yeah.
do. So
You'd be safe.
Yeah. When word gets around, like Rachel's gonna be gone for a while on a cruise.
yeah.
So escaping the police or whatever. No, but anyway. Yeah,
Oh.
obviously these people did not think rationally or anything, but then again, we wouldn't have anything to watch if any of these
That's
characters did. So,
Then we have Julie buying the bookstore.
oh
She told-
yeah, and we knew
we
that
have
was
that.
going to happen, but we
Yeah.
knew just
Yeah.
powers of deductive reasoning.
Right.
But yeah, so well, and also, I love that Julie, like Foster gave Rachel the book, and Marlena, he's like, oh, let me just pay for the book and then we'll get going. And he's like, oh no, don't worry about it, because Rachel was so adorable. And then Julie was, oh, that was so sweet of you. But no wonder you're going broke. Your store's
Yeah.
going broke.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of all the people on the planet, in the whole town, that don't need a freebie book. It's probably any of the characters we watch. I
Yep.
mean, like
Of course.
most of them. Marlena, Rachel's parents. Like, they all. But it was funny. And I mean,
And
he
then-
would say, no. Are you sure? Because I'd be happy to pay for it. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. But I'm just glad that Julie's going to take it over.
Yeah. And Paulina picked up the book and was reading One Stormy Night. And then she puts it down. So Abe goes over and he's looking through it. And then he ends up buying the book.
Yep.
Oh, that's
So,
funny.
yeah.
And probably for himself too.
What a great time.
They both were going back
Who
to
called
read
this
it together.
months ago? No, weeks, months. No, not that it was a big giant leap, but like,
Yeah.
oh, it's good. She's going to buy the bookstore, and then the first book
Well,
book club or the book thing, she's going to do some promotion. It's going to be One Stormy Night,
Stormy
and
Night.
she's going to like start raking in the dough,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was trying to think what else was going on. Other little stories in
But-
between.
Snakes.
Hmm?
pet snakes.
Oh, oh yeah, s'mores. Yeah, got
That's
loose.
neat.
Yeah. Oh, they were going to buy some mice for
Yeah.
Brady to feed the, and then got, Holly was freaking out because it escaped, but I guess they found it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and Julie had a reference to Friends and Lovers. She
Yep.
and
Oh,
Marlena
yeah.
were talking in the bookstore,
Uh-huh.
and they're talking about the loss of their dear husbands, and then at some
Oh,
point
yeah,
Julie said
that was a
something.
good
She's like,
conversation. Yeah.
she said something about,
Liz.
Mhm.
well, she didn't even mention her name, but she's a dear friend of ours, of both of ours. Something about it reminds me of the song, that and it was the Friends and Love, that I don't remember how she was saying it started out as friends and then became lovers,
Yeah.
but I can't remember how she was relating that
To
with.
Chad and Kat.
Oh, there you go. That's what it was. Because
Yeah.
Marlena, yeah,
Friends
that's right.
and then lovers.
Because
Yeah.
Marlena was like, "Do you think I like any of my daughter's choices?" Like that.
Really? Yeah.
And she's like, "I just realized I gotta do it because that's who they're choosing to be with," and So Julie may be slowly getting the message to just back
Yeah.
off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good conversation between Julie and
It
Marlena.
really was.
Stuff.
It
Yeah.
was great writing,
Missing their
great
husbands
acting. It was
yeah.
really neat.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was really good. And those scenes with Marlena and Rachel have been really sweet too.
Yes.
Mhm. So then I think we had previews. There's going to be there's something out there about the fall preview. You know how the writers always come out and say what's
Mhm.
coming up in the fall. So we're
Ooh.
having returns, I guess, of Lonnie and
Oh,
Eli.
Right. Oh, cool.
And Steve Olson's coming back for a little bit. Of course, Jack and Jen, Greg Vaughn,
Steve
Eric,
Olson.
Cash
uh,
Winthrop.
Julie's brother, Steve.
Oh,
Steven
yes.
Olson.
Oh, I love
Yes.
him.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I know his name.
His
What's
last
that?
name Snetcher. Snetcher?
What's that?
His first name is Steve. Snatcher.
Steve Snetcher, yeah.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
His,
Yes,
his
there
real
you
name
go.
is Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played Cash Winthrop.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's-
Yes.
I'm trying to think who else there's a bunch of them, different ones.
That's cool. I like
Oh,
that he's
I think Marie. I think even Marie Horton.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I know what it's
Wow.
going to be. They're going to have a gala at the hospital in honor of Tom Horton. Kind of like remember how General Hospital did something about it's a hospital gala, a hospital gala in honor of Tom Horton.
Oh, wow.
That's
awesome.
what all these people are coming back for.
Oh, because it's the 60th.
I think
Yeah.
Chandler Massey, yeah, and the 60th, coinciding with the 60th anniversary.
How
So
about
all
Christy
these people-
Clark?
I don't
About
know if I
what?
saw Christy Clark. It might have saw her name. I don't know. There's a long list, so
Yeah.
she could be on there, but I don't remember. Yeah. Anyway. Well, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I think we covered. I'm just looking at my notes too, but I don't know. I think we've covered most of the things that we had. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Honestly, it's
That's
been pretty
nice.
good. I've actually been
it's been
interested
good.
in it.
Yeah, I'm just glad that
it has the usual
trial's
stupid
over.
things, but
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
been good.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're 60 and beyond now. They were renewed for 2 years. So that's good. So maybe we'll be doing this for a while yet, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what else I would do,
Oh,
watch it every day, So
oh my.
all right. So now being my first time, I guess I just stop it with the record and I just stop and then it uploads, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
It's help me out here, people.
Yeah. Definitely stop the
I'm gonna
recording.
stop it. Okay. It's stopped.